for Delta, over.
Delta, Forest 4, pass my call.
Alpha for Delta, हमारी पोस्ट की तरफ भारी तादाद में टैंक आते हुए दिखाई दे रहे हैं, ओवर.
टैंक की आवाज़ ही ऐसी होती है कि पूरी धरती हिला देती है. उस टाइम पे उस 120 आदमी वहाँ जो खड़े हुए हैं, उनके जहन में एक बार आया होगा कि हम जिंदा भी बचेंगे या नहीं, बट स्टिल दे डिसाइडेड कि वी विल होल्ड द ग्राउंड एंड विल फाइट.
हम पीछे हटने से ज़्यादा मरना पसंद करते हैं, क्योंकि हमारी मातृभूमि के ऊपर कोई पैर रखे ऐसा हम बर्दाश्त नहीं करने से.
हमारे जवान कम थे, लेकिन हमारे जवानों के जो हौसले थे वो पूरी तरह से बुलंद थे.
एक जवान ने लगभग 15 से 20 जवान को अकेले फायर पावर से रोककर दिखाया.
टैंक के सामने आमने सामने अगर आप माइन बिछाने का मादा रखते हैं, आप हिम्मत रखते हैं, इस देश के लिए हिम्मत रखते हैं, अपनी पलटन के लिए हिम्मत रखते हैं.
अगले दिन सुबह जो एक बहुत बड़ा इस जंग के अंदर, इस लड़ाई के अंदर एक बहुत बड़ा फैक्टर था, जो हमारी एयरफोर्स ने सुबह फर्स्ट लाइट के ऊपर आकर पाकिस्तान के भारी मात्रा में टैंकों को बर्बाद किया.
कंपनी कमांडर थे उस टाइम मेजर कुलदीप सिंह चांदपुरी.
उन्होंने वहाँ पे रुकने का फैसला लिया. वो फैसला मेजर कुलदीप सिंह चांदपुरी का था और उन 120 जवानों का था.
उनका विश्वास उस कंपनी कमांडर के ऊपर इतना ज़्यादा रहा था कि वो उस इंसान के साथ खड़े रहे.
फौज जो कि पाकिस्तान से आई थी, 3000 के करीब उसमें उनके जवान थे और उनके साथ एक रेजिमेंट टैंकों की थी, T-50.
Hello and welcome to an India Today special broadcast on the golden jubilee of the war that split Pakistan into two and resulted in the birth of Bangladesh. The 1971 India-Pakistan war also saw the biggest surrender in military history after the Second World War. 93,000 Pakistan soldiers surrendered to the Indian Army on the 16th of December in 1971 at Dhaka. Today, we begin the series with the famous Battle of Longewala on the Western Front. This is the story of a battle that changed the course of war on the Western Front. A battle where a company strength of the Indian Army stole the advance of a Pakistani armored regiment. 120 men versus the latest tanks of the Pakistan Army. The deployment here was limited as India's big thrust was towards the east, and during war games, it wasn't anticipated that Pakistan may attempt to cross the border near Longewala.
The Longewala, of course, because it was on an important junction, like I said earlier, it was an important feature, and therefore a company was deployed there. However, the magnitude of Pakistani forces which came in, it came as a surprise.
In 1971, India's aim was the liberation of East Pakistan and the birth of Bangladesh. The focus remained on a sharp thrust to Dhaka. On the western border, it was more a holding operation to ensure that the Pakistan Army thrust to the east could effectively be checkmated. The battlefield in Longewala is such that there are sand dunes all over. Here today, there tomorrow. Shifting dunes. In peace times, usually there is a small detachment of the border security force deployed here to ensure sanctity of the border. And a small detachment at that. When war was declared, one company of 23 Punjab was tasked to take over and protect Longewala. The troops deployed familiarized themselves with the lay of the land.
Before the attack also, these defenses keep on improving. It is not a one-day job. when we reach a particular location during war and it is a new location, we are given a piece of ground and we are told to start digging up defenses. So first thing is we start digging up trenches, and simultaneously the defenses keep on improving day per day as the resources keep coming. And initially we try to take that bare minimum defenses which we require to sustain a battle.
The command of the Alpha Company of 23 Punjab was in the hands of Major Kuldeep Singh Chandpuri.
जहां एक इकलौता अच्छा और दमदार मिलिट्री लीडर रहा है, वो लड़ाई कभी हारी नहीं गई है.
In his assessment, the company commander believed the Pakistan armor attack would come through Longewala. Pakistan Army also knew that India's focus was on its eastern flank. And on the night of the 3rd of December 1971, Pakistan Air Force simultaneously attacked 11 forward air bases and radar stations in India.
Pakistan launched a full-scale war against us. The Pakistan Air Force suddenly struck at our airfields in Amritsar, Pathankot, Srinagar, Avantipur, Uttarlai, Jodhpur, Ambala and Agra. Their ground forces are shelling our defense positions in Sulemanki, Khemkaran, Poonch and other sectors.
Lieutenant General B.S. Mustafa, the General Officer commanding of the 18th Division of the Pakistan Army, was tasked to attack India as part of Pakistan Army's Operation Labbaik. Brigadier Tariq Mir was tasked to lead the assault with 2 battalions of the Pakistan Army. The Pakistani commanders had planned to bypass Longewala and enter India at Ramgarh. There was also an armoured squadron as part of Pakistan's charge. The second flank was under the command of Pakistan Army's Brigadier Jahan Zeb Arbab. They were tasked to capture Longewala and then quickly charge to take control of the Jaisalmer air base. But at the last moment, Brigadier Tariq Mir changed Pakistan Army's war plans.
लोंगेवाला इज क्या है कि ये एक स्ट्रेटेजिक लोकेशन, जैसे कि सब जानते हैं, एक स्ट्रेटेजिक लोकेशन है. बिकॉज अगर दुश्मन इस पोस्ट को, जो दुश्मन का इरादा था, इस पोस्ट को ओवररन करके फर्दर रामगढ़ टच करके एंड फर्दर जैसलमेर हिट करना था जो दुश्मन ने अपना, क्योंकि एक इम्पॉर्टेंट रोड एक्सेस बन जाता है ये.
अगर वो लौंगेवाला की पोस्ट अगर हमने छोड़ी होती या हम विड्रॉ किए होते तो उस दिन शायद पाकिस्तान जैसलमेर पहुंच जाता.
Brigadier Tariq Mir's plan was to launch a full frontal assault on Longewala, take over the post and then charge straight towards Jaisalmer. Pakistan was under the impression that one company at Longewala would be overwhelmed by the superior Pakistan armor assault, and in no time Pakistan would capture the post and advance towards the Jaisalmer airbase. When Pakistan Army made its war plans, they thought they'll have breakfast at Longewala, lunch at Ramgarh and dinner at the Jaisalmer airbase. Pakistan Army, as always, underestimated the resolve of the Indian Army to protect every inch of Indian territory. Pakistan Army had also not taken into account the resolve of Major Kuldeep Singh Chandpuri and the 120 braves of the Alpha Company of 23 Punjab. Major Chandpuri too knew stalling the advance of a numerically superior Pakistan Army and the armor assault was easier said than done. On the 4th of December 1971, he sent a patrol party led by then Second Lieutenant Dharmveer to assess the situation. The still of the night was shattered by the roar of enemy armor.
मैं 4 दिसंबर को तकरीबन 10 बजे अपना राशन लेके 25 जवानों के साथ रवाना हो गया. जब हम 635 के एरिया में पहुंचे, उससे थोड़ा सा पहले हमने ग्राउंड देखा, वहाँ पे जहाँ पे थोड़ा हमें छुपाव मिल सके, और हमने अपनी पोजीशन ले ली.
उस एरिए से कुछ ऐसी आवाज़ें आना शुरू होगी जैसे कोई टैंक या गाड़ियाँ, उनकी आवाज़ आना शुरू होगी। हमने लेफ्टिनेंट साहब से बैठकर बात की, मैं साहब आज दिन तक हम यहाँ 2 महीने से ज़्यादा टाइम हो गया है, यहाँ पर किसी चीज़ की आवाज़ या कोई हरकत दिखाई नहीं दी, तो आज कैसे यहाँ पर ये आवाज़ सुनाई दे रही।
The roar of the tanks was now closer. Then Second Lieutenant Dharamveer crawled back to the defences and confirmed the news of the Pakistan armor assault to Major Chandpuri.
After noticing this, he did pass the information to his company commander, which was further passed to the battalion headquarters, further to brigade headquarters and the divisional headquarters. By that time, because it was night time, he did not have a visual confirmation of enemy tanks, which later, of course, after an hour or so, he did see the visual confirmation of enemy tanks and did pass the information subsequently to higher headquarters.
45 टैंक प्लस 14 टैंक, 59 टैंक प्लस इन्फेंट्री ब्रिगेड जिसमें कोई तकरीबन 2500 जवान होते हैं। इतना बड़ा फौजी दस्ता वो अटैक के लिए हमारी तरफ बढ़ रहा था।
Major Chandpuri immediately raised the battalion headquarters at Sadewala, and the information was sent up the chain of command to the brigade and division headquarters seeking immediate reinforcement.
When the information, or primarily it was confirmed that enemy is likely to contact post at Longewala, it was the company commander Major Kuldeep Singh Chandpuri, he did inform the higher headquarters. And he was informed that because of own operations planned elsewhere, the reinforcement would take at least 4 to 6 hours to reach his company.
Major Chandpuri was informed that reinforcements were not possible at night. He now had 2 options: either fight to the last man and last bullet, or in the face of numerically far superior enemy, withdraw to safety.
Nothing is impossible until it is done. मेरे चंदपुरी को पता था कि मेरे पास 2 ही ऑप्शन है, या तो मैं पीछे चले जाऊं या तो मैं यहाँ पे रह के डिफेंसिव बैटल को लड़ूं। अगर वो पीछे जाते तो ये तो तय था कि पलटन का नाम, नमक और निशान ये सब खतरे में था।
Major Chandpuri's decision changed the course of history.
It's the sheer determination and the courage of those 120 men, their bravery. They took that decision that they will hold against the enemy armor. They held it throughout the night, kept fighting, and that's what inspired us and the generations to come.
This was an extremely difficult decision, given that he had only 120 men with small arms, 1 jeep-mounted RCL gun, 1 medium machine gun, and 3 mortars. Charging towards him was a Pakistan infantry and armored formation comprising at least 2,000 soldiers and 54 T-59 and Sherman tanks.
एक ब्रिगेड, आपको पता है, एक ब्रिगेड जिसमें 4 बटालियन थी, 3,000 के करीब उसमें उनके जवान थे, और उनके साथ एक रेजिमेंट टैंकों की थी, T-59 चाइना के बने हुए ब्रांड न्यू टैंक थे, जिसमें तकरीबन एक रेजिमेंट में 45 टैंक होते हैं, और साथ एक शर्मन टैंकों का स्क्वाड्रन था। 60 टैंक थे, 3,000 आदमी थे।
Major Kuldeep Singh Chandpuri took a firm decision to fight to the last man and last round. His aim was to try and stall the advance of the Pakistani armor, to give formations in the rear more time to prepare to take on the advancing Pakistani armor and to protect the Jaisalmer air base. He was well aware, had he withdrawn, the Pakistani armor would have met perhaps little or no resistance en route Jaisalmer. For him and his braves, this was a do or die mission. Major Chandpuri asked the battalion headquarters to provide air support, but was told that the hunters could only take off at first light. And that was still 5 hours away. Major Chandpuri realized he, along with 120 braves of the Alpha Company of 23 Punjab, had to stall the advance of the Pakistani armor and infantry for over 5 hours.
The company at Longewala was not only outnumbered in the numbers of the soldiers which enemy was bringing, that is about 2,500 to 3,000. But also they were outmatched in machines. There were about 60 to 65 Pakistani tanks who were marching towards Longewala post. And we had about 120 troops on ground and 2 RCL guns which are mounted on jeeps.
डिटर्मिनेशन है. एक जवान लास्ट राउंड तक लगता है. अगर मैं होता, जैसे मैं वहाँ पहुँच गया था, तो मेरा जवान कोई पोस्ट छोड़ के नहीं जाएगा.
Close to midnight, as the Pakistani armor came closer, the Pakistani forces saw barbed wire close to the post. The Pakistan army immediately stopped, fearing both anti-personnel and anti-tank mines. And their fears were not unfounded. The Alpha Company had planted some anti-tank mines around their location.
जो पाकिस्तानी इन्फेंट्री है वो लास्ट में जब लोंगेवाला पोस्ट के ऊपर अटैक कर रही थी तो एक बार्ड वायर या जो एक तार लगी थी, तो शायद उनको एक बार को लगा कि यहाँ पे माइनफील्ड्स हैं.
उन लोगों ने क्या किया, टैंक जो है ऐसे एक लाइन में लगा दिए. साथ में एक हेलीपैड ग्राउंड था, कुआं था, लगा कर अटैक करने लगे. आगे आ गई तार. जैसे ही तार उन लोगों ने देखी, तार देखने के बाद तो हर मतलब है किसी दुश्मन को भी पता होता है वे टैंक के साथ क्या है, माइन लगे होंगे, एंटी टैंक माइन, एंटी पर्सनल माइन, तो वो रुक गए.
हमारे सैनिकों की शूरवीरता के कारण माइनफील्ड को बड़े लेवल पे दिखाया गया ताकि दुश्मन इस भ्रम में रहे कि यहाँ बहुत ही बड़ा माइनफील्ड लगा हुआ है. दुश्मन इस भ्रम के कारण आगे बढ़ने से हिचकिचाता रहा और हमारी सेना का मोराल अप रहा.
So this was the battle of 120 Indian soldiers versus 2,000 Pakistani soldiers with their tanks. In the next several hours, history was to be made. But this was also about nerves of steel. The post at Longewala was at a height and soldiers enjoyed a bird's eye view of the enemy advance. The soldiers had full faith in their company commander and he in turn in their unparalleled valor. The Pakistani guns began booming as soon as they saw the Indian Army post. The task for the Indian Army soldiers was extremely tough. Even as the enemy advanced, Indian Army soldiers kept laying anti-tank mines to stall the advance of the Pakistani armor.
दुश्मन के टैंक उनके सामने थे, लेकिन वो लास्ट मिनट तक एंटी टैंक माइंस जो हैं वो टैंक्स के पीछे नीचे बिछाते गए.
पोबिशन दास ने जो है कि मतलब है एक ऐसे करके एक रस्सी के साथ एंटी टैंक माइन बांध रखे थे 2-3, वो उसने जाके ऐसे बिछा दी.
जब आप डिफेंसेस लेते हैं तो आप अपने आगे के कम से कम 200-300 मीटर तक को सिक्योर करने के लिए पहले माइंस बिछाते हैं, फिर आप वो लगाते हैं, ऑब्स्टिकल्स लगाते हैं, उसके बाद आपकी डिफेंसेस होती हैं.
टैंक की फायर पावर हम जानते हैं, एक नॉर्मल बंदूक की फायर पावर भी जानते हैं. टैंक के ऊपर भी एक एक्स्ट्रा कोएक्शियल गन होती है, उसकी फायर पावर हम जानते हैं. उनका सामना करते हुए टैंक के सामने आमने सामने अगर आप माइन बिछाने का मादा रखते हैं, मतलब आप हिम्मत रखते हैं, इस देश के लिए हिम्मत रखते हैं, अपनी पलटन के लिए हिम्मत रखते हैं.
The Alpha Company waited till multiple tanks were in range and then the RCL gun spat fire, destroying the first Pakistan Army tank with pinpoint accuracy. Before the Pakistanis could realize, the second RCL destroyed another tank. The Pakistan Army now stopped dead in its tracks. Seeing the barbed wire fence and the loss of 2 tanks in the first burst, Pakistan feared the entire area could be mined. But before they could even think about retreating, the RCL gun fired once again, taking down another tank. The gunners were aiming at the portion of the convoy where fuel was loaded and fired with pinpoint accuracy. When the fuel dump caught fire, Pakistan Army soldiers were easily picked and targeted by Indian soldiers in their trenches.
मैं तो उसी दिन कह दिया था, मैंने अपने सीओ को बोल दिया था, इनका जो डिसास्टर है, ये जो टैंकों के पीछे 3-3, 4-4, 5-5 बैरलें बांध के आए हैं, ये एक कफन साथ में लेके आए हैं। तो इनको इतनी अकल नहीं है कि एक भी फायर होगा इन्फेंट्री का हो जाए कि सारा पेट्रोल जलेगा, टैंक जलेगा, क्रू जलेगा और सारा कुछ इनका बर्बाद हो जाएगा।
The Pakistan Army feared the road ahead was mined, and as Pakistan Army engineers hunted for mines, their tanks left the road and tried to advance along the sand dunes. This was Pakistan's biggest mistake.
जैसे ही उनका ये मतलब काफिला हमारी लोंगवाला पोस्ट की तरफ निकला, तो जो उनकी बख्तरबंद गाड़ियाँ थी, जो भारी सामान लेकर पीछे आ रही थी, वो रेते में फंस गई। रेते में फंसने के बाद उनको मतलब है पाकिस्तान वालों के ट्रैक्टर भी लेकर आए थे, जो सिविल लोगों के ट्रैक्टर थे वो भी लेकर आए थे ताकि गाड़ियों को इनसे मदद ली जा सके, निकाला जा सके। मगर क्या हुआ?
The Pakistani tanks got stuck in sand. They tried to move back but were targeted once again by the RCL guns. The tanks were literally caught sitting duck, and one after the other, 12 Pakistan Army tanks were destroyed. For 5 hours, 120 Indian braves stalled the advance of over 2,000 Pakistan Army personnel and a squadron of Pakistani armor. At first light, the Hunters and the HF-24 Maruth fighter jets of the Indian Air Force took off from the Jaisalmer Air Base. Instead of air defense, the aircraft were in an attack role, locked and loaded with rocket rails and rockets.
जैसे ही फर्स्ट लाइट हुआ, सब उस टाइम उसका उस एरिया का वो देखने वाला नज़ारा था।
The fighter jets swooped down as eagles hunting for prey and destroyed one tank after the other. The Pakistan Army had dreamt of breakfast at Longewala and dinner at Jaisalmer. But their advance was stalled by the army at Longewala. Early in the morning, 15 tanks and 23 other vehicles of the Pakistan Army were destroyed by the Indian Air Force.
जैसे ही उनके हमारे हवाई जहाज आए, उन लोगों ने 3 ग्रुप बना रखे थे। 4 हवाई जहाज आगे, 4 उसके पीछे उसकी प्रोटेक्शन के लिए, ताकि पाकिस्तान का एयरक्राफ्ट इनको बर्बाद ना करे। 4 उनकी प्रोटेक्शन करता था, 4 एयरफील्ड पर बिल्कुल रेडी रहते थे। इनका ऐसे सर्कल बनाऊंगा, पहले 4 फायर करके जाएंगे, तो जो पीछे बैठे हैं वो आगे आ जाएंगे उड़ा, जो प्रोटेक्शन वाले हैं वो फायर शुरू कर देंगे।
But the battle was still not over. The Indian Air Force flew a total of 17 sorties over Longewala, and by sundown, 37 Pakistan Army tanks were destroyed as they attempted to retreat. Longewala was a total rout for the Pakistan armor assault.
हमारी एयरफोर्स जो थी उन्होंने हमारी मदद के लिए वहां से उड़ानें भरी और आकर पाकिस्तानियों को टैंकों को जो हमारी रेंज से बाहर थे उनको बर्बाद किया। उनका बहुत अच्छा योगदान रहा इंडियन एयरफोर्स का। उनकी वीरता और बहादुरी की जितने भी कहा जाए उतना ही कम है।
In the Battle of Longewala, more than 200 Pakistan Army soldiers were killed. 3 Pakistan Army soldiers were taken prisoners of war. Pakistan lost 34 tanks. Pakistan also lost more than 100 armored fighting vehicles. 3 braves of the Indian Army made the supreme sacrifice of their lives. Major Kuldeep Singh Chandpuri was awarded the nation's second highest wartime gallantry award, the Mahavir Chakra, for his outstanding leadership against all odds in combat. Jai Hind. The famous Battle of Longewala is now taught at several military academies and colleges, including in England, France, and Bangladesh. The Battle of Longewala is the story of unparalleled valor of 120 Indian soldiers against more than 2,000 Pakistani soldiers and their tanks. This is the victory of man over machine. That is all I have time for on this special broadcast on 1971 war as part of some of the greatest military victories of all times.